Guys, how's it going? I hope you all are having a great day. And now, as we are done with our basics of React, like the prop, state, and what was that, like component, we are done with all that. So now what we will do, we'll create our project. So for that, I am in my code editor and I'm gonna do some changes. I think like I'm going to delete this test component because we're not going to use it. And just that we will set up our project first. Okay, and what we will do, inside source folder we are going to create another component that will be post component. Oh god, I have to rename it. I forgot the JS extension .js. Okay, now what I will do, I will create a class component here and it will be post component. It's okay. So what I'm just gonna do, I'm just gonna copy this because we are not going to write this code again. Copy it. Well, I think I need the render here. Yep. So now I'll save it and we'll delete the class component as well because we don't need it anymore. And here, instead of class component, we are going to import our post component. And also let's copy this, paste it here. And once we save it, as you can see, we don't have any changes. And if you don't know just what we are doing, we are doing outputting the post with the status 0, but what we will do, we'll change the status 1, that 1 like equal to 1. We'll save it and now there are 2 posts because here in the app component we gave status 1 and 1 to the first post and third post, and for the post 2 we used status 0. That means unapproved and 1 is approved. That's the whole idea here. And if I show you something, if I go to my console, see, we are getting an error. That's it. It's asking for a key property. So we are getting that error because React has to know that what post we are trying to delete here, and for that React need a unique key for every post to edit or delete. Otherwise React will not know which post React need to delete. So for that, what we will do, we will give it an ID and course and here the 1, the next one will be 2, and another one 3. And if I save this now, we'll still get the error because React doesn't know yet. But if we give the key here, like key equals to second curly brace used post dot id and save this, as you can see, we don't have that error yet anymore. So now our project structure is ready. Like we are ready to use the project. We will add some extra features later, like extra component if we need later. But for now we are ready to create our post. But before that, what we will do, we will add Materialize CSS and design our post component. So first let's go to Materialize CSS and let's find how we can add this. So inside get start, as you can see, we will copy this link and we will add it to the, we'll go to public folder and index.html, and just above title we will paste this link, the CSS one, and then what we will do, we will copy this JavaScript link and we'll also copy this and paste it here. Okay, so now if I go to the browser, as you can see, there are changes, and that's because of Materialize CSS. It's a great tool for this, for CSS. It's already showing its power. So after adding this tag, we are pretty much done with Materialize CSS. Like that's how we add Materialize CSS in a React file or in a React project. So now we will see our project structure, and for that we will go to Materialize CSS, and inside Materialize CSS we will go to CSS, and okay, no, inside component, in card we are gonna use this card. So the card I'm gonna use, let's just okay, let's just go with this one. If I copy this, and inside our code editor we are gonna paste it here, and we'll see how it's reacting. We'll copy this key and we'll paste it here, and we're gonna take care of this later because we already know this. So we are getting some error, but we will take care of that. But before that, let me just organize it. So as you can see, we are getting some error, and that's because of this img tag, because they are not self-closing. Because you have to know, we are not using HTML here, we are using JSX syntax. So for that we have to see how it's work. So make sure you are using this self-close tag, and also instead of class. So let me just show you the error right now. If I go to our project, so you can see it's showing here, but we are getting some error like invalid DOM property class. Did you mean class name? So inside JSX, instead of class, what we call it? We call it class name. So we will change all this class to class name. So for that, let me just select them all, change it to class name. Now if I save this, so you don't have any error. So now let's give it a title, post dot title, because we are going to dynamically print those data inside browser, and it's gonna be post dot esc. If I save this, you can see it's taking hours, and we are gonna delete this. So we are not seeing the title because of the image. We will fix that later, and in next video we will see how we can add image to our project. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this, and we are doing our project right now. So we are trying to build our post component. So we are done with our React and Materialize CSS setup, because we have just implemented the Materialize CSS inside our React project, and we also did set up the card element in our React project. So now we are done, and in next episode we will see how we can use image and how we can add image inside that card element and in a React project. So till then, bye. I'll see you next time.